We apologize in advance, but today we're a little bit of a sweaty mess. Mostly me, Alex. Hi!
Hello. A new episode, new location. I feel like we've had a new location.
This is like literally the third location. Your place, my office upstairs.
Yeah. My
doing
place.
it dual.
Oh, yeah.
And then this is like the fourth one. But I think now we've got it. So like your place, and then this is where we're doing it at my place until I figure out my office situation.
Love that.
No white void.
We live an hour away from each other, so it's like we have to switch it up.
We can't stay in the same place, and we're not fancy enough for, what's it called? The studio.
Oh, not yet, guys, but like subscribe, watch our videos. Maybe next year we'll get there.
One step at a time. I mean, we like got new equipment. We sound good.
It's so promising. This season is I'm so happy with everything. So
I know, like we got art. Like the art looks pretty cute.
So fun. We did it ourselves. We didn't pay anyone. Absolutely not. We have a YouTube channel. We got fun art for that. We have like end cards. It's a good time. Intro.
I literally like. Do you ever find that like when you're on TikTok, like you start seeing people talking about like ADHD and then they list the symptoms, you're like, I have ADHD.
Alex, yes.
But like someone was mentioning like hyper focusing, and I am that person. I don't know if I sent it to you or sent it to Steve, but literally like when we got into Procreate, so like on like the iPad, like how you get like a little stylus and you make drawings and stuff, like I hyper focus on that for 6 days. Like
and
I was
then you
literally
just,
like
forget about it.
Literally didn't touch it again because it was like I was literally spending like 5-6 hours like after work and like during the day I was thinking about it all day, and I was like, that's all I want to do. It's so therapeutic. And then after like the 6th day, I was like, this is like taking up way too much of my time. Like
that was me in Candy Crush a couple weeks ago.
Oh, Candy Crush is good though.
For like a whole month, and you get like a daily prize if you do it in like a row. So I did it for 50 days. 50 because I'm psycho, and then I like kind of forgot it was there, but I'm like dabbling back into it. It's kind of fun.
Oh, I miss Candy Crush. Although my stepdad, he was into a very similar type of like same Connect 3 type of game, but it was like the Maleficent version. I don't know why, but that's what he got started, and he got to like level 1,000 something. Like it was crazy.
Oh shoot, I'm only like 500, but I call
it was like a poop game. Like you play it when you go to math.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. Mine's a couch game because I don't watch whatever I'm watching.
Like, I don't want something, right? I literally invested in one of those like fiddle things because I was ripping apart my like cuticles and on my nails and stuff like that. Yes. And like ripping out my lashes. RIP to my lash tech.
Rip. But yeah, cute. They look cute now.
Thank you. I also have to like just note that I'm like literally sweating so much right now. So, it is so fucking hot.
You're watching us in October and we are in a heat wave in August.
Like in the suburbs, like because you're landlocked, it's like 5 degrees hotter than it was in the city. Like, and we've just never experienced heat like this. Like this is not normal.
This is the second time this summer, and it's 40 degrees Celsius, which I believe is like 100 and a couple Fahrenheit.
Like yeah, it's like the 105s I think is where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's like 100 degrees hotter than it should be.
It's bad. And like the thing is, for your viewing and listening pleasure, we had to turn off the air conditioner because then you'll just hear like shh in the background. We have these little handhelds,
but you can hear it. So
but like it's so
sorry.
No, it's worth it though.
Worth it. How are you? Other than the heat.
It's like literally all I can think about right now. It's just the heat. Today was an exciting day. I got my new bed, which I showed you.
So cute. So cute,
it came a month early, though, which is like so fantastic.
Snaps for Rove.
Snaps for Rove concepts. I can't snap. Do you know I snap with the wrong finger? Like you snap with your middle finger, right?
That freaks me out.
And I do it with the one next to my pinky.
How do you get sound?
How do you get sound from the other one? Like this has so much more. I mean, my fingers are wet.
Anyway, that's probably
everything is wet. I'm so sweaty.
Headphone users are probably like, please stop, for the love of God. Well, can I tell you about my life right now? Because it's like pretty fun.
Yes, please tell me.
So 2 developments. I'm cat sitting and plant sitting. Side note, my dad texted me being like, don't forget to water my plants. And I was like, so I sent him
they're gonna die anyways in this heat wave. There is no hope for it.
It's kind of rough. It's only been 3 days and like a couple of them are already dead. But I like sent him a screenshot of my reminder that I have every day at 8:40. And he was like, don't water them every day. You'll drown them. I'm like, don't worry, Dad. I barely remember. Like, with a reminder on. Like,
Steve has a reminder for like every second night. So every time I'm like, hey, do we have any plans on Sunday? He's like, just watering the plants. Like, he'll literally look at his calendar and be like, just
he's a
watering the
suburban
plants.
dad.
He is now.
I love that. But I just got back from glamping. So also, my voice is a little bit raspy.
I saw your Instagram story. It was so cute.
It is stunning. And it's funny because like we're literally on the side of a highway.
Really?
Yeah,
was it like loud?
No, it wasn't, because we were like down in the valley or whatever. But there was like half of it was an RV park, so people came with like their RVs, and then half of the people were like glamping. But there was only one other couple. Not other couple. I was not with a guy. I was with my friends. Like there are 4 girls. We've never done. Okay, so I have known these girls. I've known one girl for 22 years, and I've known the other 2 for like 15. And we have never done a girls trip, just the 4 of us. It's always been like with other people. And so it was like so nice. And they had like, it was glamping. So they had like a really cute outdoor shower and like an outdoor kitchenette. And then it was like, it kind of looked like a teepee type thing, tent. And it was beautiful. Like, you open it up and it was like a queen size bed with like 2 other single beds.
So cute.
And it was so fun. And like, I've never been to Kelowna, I should say. It was in Kelowna. And I've never been there. Like, I've done it when I was a kid, but I've never like truly been there. And so we did like on the Saturday, we did like winery tastings, which was like so cute. We like paid $35 at Kitsch Winery, and you can get like a huge picnic basket full of like charcuterie and quinoa salad.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
With like a bottle of wine. But we show up, the girl, and was like, oh, do you want wine or do you want champagne? And we're like, champagne, obviously. She's like, yeah, we'll comp it. It's totally fine. And it was like such a beautiful day. And then we went to, if anyone's looking for restaurant recommendations, Skinny Duke's. I dream about it. It's like an Asian fusion restaurant, and it was just like chef's kiss.
It's funny because I have a place like that in Kelowna too. I think I've talked about it before on the podcast, but I've been to Kelowna like for a couple summers because one of my friends, her boyfriend's family has a place up there. It's like right near like the downtown Kelowna area, and it's like this pub that's like, I don't even remember what it's called. It's like the train track pub or something like that. They have the best eggs Benedict. I went there hungover one morning, and I don't know if I've talked about this. I'm like an eggs Benedict connoisseur.
I was gonna say, you haven't talked about this restaurant, but you talk about eggs Benedict like once
a
week.
It's too much, but I just fucking love it. It's just like anything that is a vessel for hollandaise sauce or ketchup. That's why I love it.
Okay, I've only had hollandaise sauce once because I was under the impression that it was dairy, and me and dairy are not friends.
It's butter.
And so, yeah,
Butter's...
butter is not a friend of mine either. I have not had butter in months. Like,
yeah, well, you can use vegan butter though. Like if you just don't make like, because like classic like proper hollandaise sauce is just literally melted butter, but you can get the packaged ones and then you just use vegan butter.
I'm literally just a slut for eggs and toast. Like I just need that with like some turkey bacon. Sorry, did I cut you off guard?
No, go ahead.
Sorry, that was not appropriate. I'm a fan of just eggs, toast, and turkey bacon with a little bit of spinach. Like that's my egg sandwich. Like that's my go-to breakfast. But yeah, I'm not a saucy girl.
I have a quick question about breakfast because my family used to roast me for this because I went through a phase in high school. I would have the Cheerios, like the oats Cheerios
honey
that had
oats?
like not honey oats. It was like the Cheerios brand, but it had like bits of oats in it, like oat clusters. I would eat that with 2 slices of toast, and my family was like, "Why are you eating that together? Like that's such a weird combo." And I was like, "Cereal and toast." Like I feel like on TV they always have a bowl of cereal with toast next to it.
No, I've had that a lot of times, but there's no protein, so they're probably like, "You're not gonna be full."
I think they're like, you're eating a ton of bread because cereal is all carb, and then so you just have your dairy and then carb on carb and then fat for the butter, I guess. But I was like, this is so satisfying. They're like, that is such a heavy meal, and I was like, what? I thought it was good.
Then you turn around and you say, do you love life? Because carbs are life.
Fuck.
But yeah, that's been I'm like done now. I don't have any more plans for the summer. I know this is October, but I have no more plans for the summer until September. I'm going to Whistler for my cousin's 40th birthday. I'm very excited.
Is it still a hot spot up there?
It's a little bit. No, actually, I don't think so.
No? Okay.
The interior, Kelowna. We were saying, if we didn't get COVID in Kelowna, we're never going to get it because we were in COVID soup.
That's true.
Yeah, but we were like camping, and we did winery, so we weren't actually around a bunch of people, but we're just like, feels a little weird. Oh my God, there were wildfires.
Oh.
So we tried to cancel this trip. Actually, like, apologies to the Airbnb host because we tried
Oh, is it an Airbnb? Like, it's not like a camp.
Yeah, it's called...
site?
Oh, actually, let me shout them out. Unique Canvas in Kelowna on Airbnb. Very cute. A wee bit expensive, but worth it, in my opinion. So there's a state of emergency in our province because of the wildfires, and like it's irresponsible to like go near them. And so we were like, oh, well, let's see if we can get canceled. And they're just like, oh, you knew the risk of COVID, like we're not canceling. And I'm like, we're not canceling because of COVID, we're canceling because of the state of the province, like everything's on fire. They're like, no refunds. And so we were just gonna like eat the cost. We were like, we shouldn't go. But then we like knew someone who lived in Kelowna. They sent us a photo. They're just like, I think it's clearing up. Like, you should just come. So we're like, okay, we'll just like drive up the Friday and leave Saturday if it's like really bad. And we were driving up through fires. There was like 5 helicopters dumping water. Like, we could see the flames right by the...
Oh my God. I'd be so scared.
And then like our eyes were watering because we're in fire. Like, my eyes were watering.
Like, from the
like
smoke.
Our throats were hurting. We're like, this is such a bad idea. Like, what did we think we were doing? But it only lasted for 10 minutes. And it was like literally clear skies, and it rained every day. But then like the fire jumped the highway. Fun fact, didn't know fires actually like traveled and like ended. Like, it jumped the highway.
Yeah, because the wind. Like, there's just like embers, and then it just goes...
I never thought there was like an end to the fire, you know? Like, it's so great. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. And so they closed the highway we were going to go on, but it like reopened, and it wasn't like where we were going. So
do you know how they actually do end fires though? They start a fire to end a fire.
Okay, I've kind of heard this.
So like, if you think about it like as like, let's say like a square, and the fire starts in the center. If you start a fire in like a square shape, as an example, then when it gets to that already burnt, like you need to put it out as well. So you like make sure just everything is singed. I'm pretty sure.
Okay,
I could be wrong.
Did you learn that on TikTok?
No, actually. What? I think just over the years.
Nice.
With all of these fires. Because I think on the news, they always like show them doing deliberate fires. So then when it gets to it, it just can't spread anywhere, and it just dies down.
Very
because there's nothing left for it to burn.
That's really cool. The more you know. I was trying to do a cool transition. Did you learn that on TikTok?
Oh, it's time for our segment of things that I learned from TikTok. Because we learn everything from TikTok. Who doesn't? I have 2. I actually have 2.
Okay, great. Mine's like super embarrassing, so you go first.
Okay. One is really simple, and then one is a little bit more in depth. So my simple one is very similar to your last one, how you were talking about straining the pasta. This one is how to grate cheese. So like, you know when you have a cheese grater, you like grate the cheese, turn it to the side, and grate the cheese out.
So it stays in.
And then you can just tap it and sprinkle it
geniuses.
out. I was like, what? But I actually used to have a cheese grater that was almost like a Tupperware that you also did it like horizontally, and then it goes in there. You can just put the lid on it when you do too much.
My mother bought me that for Christmas 3 years ago, and I've never... Best Christmas gift ever.
So those are smart. But then I was like, I don't actually typically use a cheese grater that often, so I buy pre-shredded cheese because I'm too lazy.
Oh, interesting.
But I was like, I like literally would have never thought of that.
I do that as well. I have the for my pizza that I make on Fridays.
Well, sometimes when Steve's mom is making lasagna, like, you need a lot of shredded cheese. And she gets, like, the brick of mozzarella because she's using a ton. So it's, like, more cost-effective. But I'll literally be doing it vertically.
It hurts the arm. And actually, that makes sense because, like, when we're in the air over the dish trying to, like...
Yeah, you don't have as much, like, force going this way as you do going down. But then also, like, when you get to the little nubbin and you're, like, trying not to shred your own skin.
Like, how many times have you grated your fingers? Like, so painful.
I've peeled my finger with a potato peeler before.
I am good. Okay, I'll tell you about mine because it's also on the food spectrum, and it's about the toaster. And I just want to preface, like, this makes so much sense, and I just, like, I don't think that I didn't know it. I just, like, never took the time to, like, think about it. I think I know what it is,
but I'm gonna let you go.
So when you, like, pick a setting of your bread, it's not like how hot it gets or like how toasty it gets. It's
minutes.
Time.
It's minutes.
It's minutes, which makes so much sense. And I'm like, wait, I'm dumb. Like,
but also, I don't think it's full minutes. Like, I think I like look at mine because mine goes up to 7. I'm like, it doesn't take 7 minutes.
7 is my normal setting. I'm like, I don't think I've ever waited 7 minutes. So I'm like, is this true? Is this not? I'm going to test it tomorrow.
I think I've told you about this. There's this toaster. It is like the toaster of the future.
I've seen it on TikTok.
I want it so badly. It has like a screen, and then you literally pick what you're putting in the toaster. So like, say you pick like a piece of toast, and it gives you from a scale of 1 to 10, how toasty do you want the toast? And then you pick that number.
I fucking love it.
It's like $500. I've begged Steve. I was like, I'll buy with my own money. And he's like, we don't need it. But then I was telling our friend Lucy about it. She's like, oh, there's also toasters that you can push a button while it's still in there and it'll just come up and show you like where it's at. So you don't have to stop it.
That's amazing.
Or there's also see-through toasters.
Oh, interesting. So you see the crumbs on the bottom though too.
I don't know. I haven't actually seen that. I've just heard of those. Like, it makes sense.
It makes sense. I'm there for it.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how many times I've over toasted my toast or not enough.
Shout out to Bailey when she moved from Vancouver to Toronto. She gave me her toaster and her vacuum. So mine's like old.
What a goddess.
A goddess.
Doing God's work.
Literally.
Okay, I got one more.
Okay, right.
Okay, this one like is a little bit more in depth. So, I didn't give like credit. My first one was from a guy named Sydney Raz. SIDNEYRAZ. Need to give credit where it's due. And then this one is from a girl called The Girl Gone Green. So, do you know the environmental impact of an email? Because everyone's like, stop printing shit out. Like, you know, when like email became a thing, everyone's like, oh my God, this is great. Send all of your PDFs online. You
save
don't have
the
to
trees.
Save the trees. But what I like never thought about is like your emails don't just like live in the cloud. Like they live on servers. Like if I think for us, like there's like a place in Kamloops actually, next to Kelowna, where like they have all these like big data servers where like if like there's like the end of the world, that's like where all the servers are, some shit like that. I could literally just be like,
of course it's in Kamloops,
because no one wants to go there. No.
Sorry to my cousins and all my family.
Oh, I used to go there all the time. That's where Steve was for school, and I was like, this town sucks. Like there's nothing to do.
The people that shop at Walmart also live in Kamloops. Like if you just want like a visual representation.
I just like, I don't know how people are happy living in small towns like that. Like I'm so happy for you guys if you do, but I just remember being like, I want to go shopping, and like you go to the mall and it's like the Gap and the Bay. And
they just got Lululemon there and just got Sephora like a year ago.
Oh damn! Good for them.
Sorry, continue.
Making money moves. Anyways, so they live in a giant data server which obviously runs on electricity. And so for like a comparison, like this TikTok said that apparently if every adult in the United Kingdom sent one less unnecessary email per day, it would save 16,344 tons of carbon per year. So just in a day. So I just like think about, you know, when you're emailing back and forth with someone and then you just say like, thank you. Yeah. Like once I saw that, I was like, okay, I'm not going to be that person that does that unnecessary like thank you email.
Oh, interessant.
Yeah.
I will be because
I feel like people are like, emails are free. Like I'm not killing anything, but it's like, it takes a lot of electricity to store all that. So they're also saying like unsubscribe from unnecessary emails. Delete all of your old emails because those are also stored, because if you delete them they also get deleted from the server.
Oh, okay, interesting. I will do that.
And send one less unnecessary email per day.
I actually, in the heart of quarantine, when I was at my lowest of loneliness, I at night would unsubscribe. And it took me like 5 hours, and literally I don't think it works. I think they just still email me, and I'm like, what was this waste of life?
Sometimes it takes like a week or two for it to like
and there's a
register.
Couple, I wish I could name drop, because there are some companies that email me twice a day, 3 times a day. Fabletics is getting up there, but I'm like, I subscribe to them, like I buy shit from them. So I'm
running into the issue where I changed emails because I changed my last name. So there's like ones where I'm like subscribed double on things. And I'm like, why the fuck did I get 2 of these? And then I realized because I send my old email to my new email. So I get 2. And I'm just like, it's not your fault, but please stop.
Could you just know better?
Yeah, please just know.
Sorry, this White Claw, I was going to burp, but you know what? I saved it. Because I'm a fancy female. Okay, so today's episode, are we ready to like jump on in? Anything else you want to talk about?
Yeah, I actually have one more story.
Okay, great.
I started fake and bake tanning recently.
Oh, interesting. Like in the bed.
Yeah, have you been?
No, I would never.
Ever? Oh, I guess you have really fair skin.
Very fair skin, and I grew up in a hippie-esque family, and the Rays. I grew up with that being like, they scared me shitless. Like my aunt never had a microwave, like stuff like that.
No microwave?
No, a lot of my family members don't have a microwave.
Okay.
We do though.
That's a story for another day, I feel like. No, I used to go like all the time in high school. Like I would burn myself every time I would go. I'd just be like, maximum 20 minutes, put me in there. And like they wouldn't give a shit. Like they'd be like,
wait, you're not supposed to do 20 minutes?
Well, every bed is different.
Okay.
But like that I would just roast myself because I was like, I just want to be dark, but like not taking care of my skin like whatsoever. Like I wouldn't use lotion, like you need to use lotion, and like I wouldn't use like the eye covers if I was doing stand up. Anyways, so I just like on a whim, I was like, I just need to go. I'm like, I've been so pasty for like the past 2 years because like last summer, especially with Poppy, we weren't doing beach days anymore.
Right.
So like that's where I would like go get my color like for the year because I can hold on to it pretty well. And so I was like, I need to go tanning. So then I go and like that shit got expensive real fast. I mean, expensive because when I went in high school, I would always go with my mom or my stepdad and I would just like use their minutes as it was. Like you just buy like a 200-minute package and then you would just like chip away at it. But they don't work like that anymore. It's like a per session thing and it's like $20 a session. She pricey. So
and
then
how many times a week do you go?
Well, I was only going to go like a couple times and just get like a little bit of color, but then they were like, oh, like we have these like monthly packages and it's like unlimited. You can go as many as you want in a month. Yeah. So then it was like $45 a month to go as many times as you want.
That is so cheap.
It's like pretty good.
Well, if you're going to go 3 times a month, you might as well get the package.
Exactly. Yeah. So I was like, okay, yeah, like I can just make this a maintenance thing and like you have to do it for 2 months. So I was like, okay, 2 months. I just go ham and then I peace out. But then the part that like was so annoying to me was I wanted to get a really good lotion for my skin because like now getting into 30s soon, I was like, I have really good skin, I am blessed, but I need to be really careful. So he shows me like their wall of lotions and there's like the JWoww lotion, which like was my first deal. I was like, yes, I want the JWoww one. Like I know nothing about this, so I was like, I'm gonna ask their opinion. So I'm like, which one is the one? He's like, this is the one to get. It's like your top line premier. Like it's gonna protect your skin. It's gonna give you really good color. Make sure you don't burn. I was like, fantastic. How much is it? How much do you think it was?
$130.
Nope.
$250.
$230.
Fuck.
I know. The second he said that, I instantly.
You said no, right?
No, $230.
No, you said no to this. Did you?
Let me finish.
Okay, Steve, can I get a $500 toaster? No. Steve, can I get $230?
Steve doesn't know. We'll see. Okay, Steve, if you're watching this, like tell me and then
we'll talk about it. I can mediate.
It's my money.
You know this is going on Instagram, this exact clip.
Okay.
Hi, Steve.
Okay, so like he's telling me this and I was like, okay, what's like your next cheapest one? But then of course they'd be like, oh, but it's like not as good. And I was like, how much is it? He's like $175. And I was like, well, you might as well. And so they did have the JWoww ones as well. And I was like, how much are those? He's like, they're like $50, but he's like, they're not going to protect your skin. Like literally it's just going to like roast your skin. Like it makes you just tan faster with like no consideration for like not trying to burn the crap out of you.
No UV protection.
Exactly. So then I was like, okay, I'll take the expensive one. Because at that point, because he just like literally shit on the JWoww one when I was like, okay, like I guess I'll get that one. I was just like too embarrassed. Like I always get like deer in a headlight in these situations. It's happened to me multiple times. And so I was like, okay, just like fuck me up with the price you wanted, because I got a membership. I got like $35 off of the lotion. So like only $200, but then they charge you a $35 sign-up fee. So I was like, that really just like nulled itself out.
Also, like side note about tanning lotion, like so tacky, the packaging.
Oh, this one's actually really sleek and nice.
Because the JWoww one looks like it would be JWoww.
Oh, the JWoww one's tacky as fuck. It looks like Christian Audigier, Ed Hardy. Because that was the shtick back then.
Ed Hardy was my boy. I had blue Ed Hardy sneakers that I wore throughout high school because I had really big feet. And like
someone gifted me a Christian Audigier shirt, like the one that had like bling all over it, but it was like 2 sizes too big. But I like tried to make it work, but it was like, oh, I can't.
I can't with the fads. It's so funny. We should do a whole episode of like fads and like what we wore.
Didn't we do one on the 90s?
But that's not 90s.
Okay, like, we do one bad. But yeah, so now I'm just tan-a-lanning.
You look great, actually. You do look dark.
Thank you. Haven't burnt or anything like that. And also, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to like make this too boring or anything, but the one thing I caused, because I bought this fancy sun tanning lotion, I got 30 days of red light therapy, which was the weirdest experience. I had no idea what it was, but I'm like, if it's like $25 a session and I get it like unlimited for a month. So I'm like, every time I go, I'm going to do red light therapy too. So I did it for the first time yesterday. And basically it's supposed to help like tighten your skin.
Oh,
like, you know, when you have like fine lines, like I think I'm too young, but might as well. Preventative, you never know. But what it also does is when you stand on it, it's like, it like jiggles. Like your whole thing. Like that thing from the 80s almost, but like on your feet.
So you're getting a workout.
I guess kind of, it's supposed to like help with your like cellulite and stuff like that. But I was like, this is so intriguing. But literally I had to sit there for 12 minutes with my knees bent, because if you lock your knees, then it's like really bad for your knee joints. But like, can you just imagine standing there naked, like holding?
Oh, you're naked?
Yeah, of course.
My
like,
boobs could never. I need a bra.
Well, I guess you could. Well, because it's red light, it's not. There's no UV, so it's not like you get tan line or anything. So like, you could technically wear a bra with it.
I literally don't ever go braless. It's like when I get in bed, I take it off when I'm like in bed. No, just kidding. But like pretty close to it. Like, it was so funny. A side story. We're in Cologne and we're going to wineries. Like, literally none of my friends wear a bra because they're wearing like a cute dress. And like, yeah, I need the thick, ugly strap with my dress. Like, I need the bra. It was so funny. But
I kind of feel that too. I'm kind of like in like the in-between. Like right now, to be honest, I'm not wearing one, but that's because this is like really, really tight.
Jealous.
So it like holds her up. But there's like a lot of dresses where I'm like, I need a bra on.
Is that Skims?
No, this is Aritzia.
Can I feel the...
Yes.
I like it.
My sweaty ass
I
body
didn't feel
on
the sweat,
top.
but
Okay, perfect.
I need like a sucker inner, you know?
Highly recommend. I have like 5 of these.
Great. Well, talking about your favorite tank top.
My favorite. Oh, I should have listed them as a favorite.
Today, we're talking about like all our favorite things, kind of just having like a chit chat, talking about our favorite things.
To be honest, we've just been really busy, and this was really easy for us to put together.
But also, like, my favorite type of episodes are just like shooting the shit. Like, even this
Because we always
intro.
get fun stories in the in-between. You don't want to
know.
be too serious every time.
We're just serious gals. But yeah, no, we just want to like talk about our favorite things. It'll probably spark more side conversations as we normally do. I think I really want to talk about TV shows first.
Okay,
though.
TV shows it is. You want to start?
I do want to start, and I want to start with Love Island. I know you don't watch, but I just like anyone out there that watches it. It's so good. Like, I'm talking UK, US. I just started Australia today. Like, I'm in it. I'm sold. I watched Love Island UK a couple years ago. Silent your phone. I watched Love Island like when it first came out in the UK, and then I like had to like stream it illegally, and it was just like buffering, so I forgot about it for 5 years. And this year is on Hey You, and I've been watching like Love Island US. So good. I want you to dabble, and I want you to start with season 5 of Love Island UK.
Is it a once a week thing or a 3 times a week thing?
It's a once a day.
Okay, I think that's what was the killer for me. Like, that's way too much of a time commitment. Is it an hour long?
Sometimes it's 2 hours.
Yeah, fuck that. Like, I stopped watching Big Brother because that was 3 times a week and too much of a commitment.
Well, you don't have to watch, like, just watch it when you can. It's so good. Like, season 5, Love Island UK, like, oh my God, so good. And then, like, Love Island US, season 2 is, like, pure gold. Season 3 is, like, inferior.
Text it to me and I might look into it.
Okay, it's so good. Highly recommend. I feel like we have different TV shows. So, like, what are you watching?
Okay, I actually just finished watching on Apple TV Physical. Have you heard of it?
No, I've never heard of it.
I literally Apple TV.
Sorry, thank you.
I just came across it, and the like thumbnail totally got me. Do you know who Rose Byrne is?
Oh, yeah.
Love
the
her.
Australian, right?
Yeah. She's like the one in Bridesmaids, the fancy one.
Yeah, Neighbors as well.
Yeah. So I really like her, but she was like dressed in like 80s like aerobics, and I was like, I love timepieces, especially the 80s. So I clicked on it, and it was just basically like, oh, it's like a housewife like doing aerobics. I was like, okay, like that sounds good. It's like a drama. It's only 1 season, but it's basically like it's like her inner monologue, and I just found it so interesting because she's just like a mom with her husband who's like a professor. He gets fired, decides to run for Congress, but it's like she has a really bad eating disorder. Like, she's absolutely like beautiful and fit, but it's like the whole time is her inner monologue just like thinking about food, and then her husband is like fucking chauvinistic, like typical men like in the 80s sort of thing. So it's like her navigating, then also getting into aerobics for some reason, like just like kind of like at its peak, and like starting like aerobics like VHS tapes, like kind of like the Jane Fonda era. Really, really good. I blasted through it in like a whole weekend, so I really recommend it.
Okay, I really need more recommendations because like I mean, not to like knock the Love Island, but I have been watching like 50 episodes.
Sometimes
so I'm, like,
you just need like scripted.
I need a break, and I need scripted. Talking about scripted, my next favorite TV show is Never Have I Ever season 2. Did you watch that?
Yes, watched the whole thing. Blasted in like 2 days.
So good. Although season 2, it's really showing that Paxton is so much older. Like, he does not look like
he gets like the little baggies under his eyes. He looks tired sometimes.
It's so good. I'm Team Paxton, even though he... Okay, can we just talk about Davy for a second.
She's an annoying human being.
She's the worst human, the worst friend, the worst daughter. Like, but I kind of like that because she like redeems herself and she like learns her lesson. I'm like, that's more of a real depiction of a teenage daughter who just literally fucks up everything.
Yeah, but like,
if I was going to India for the rest of my life, I would 2-time those guys as well because like, how can you choose?
That's way too stressful.
Yeah, but then you're like in India for the rest of your life and you're fine.
More than anything, just pick one. And then just break the other one's heart because you're going to India regardless.
True.
Like, less stress, enjoy yourself.
But, like, hot, sexy guy, sweet guy. Together, you get it both. But anyway.
I don't know. I don't find either of them attractive, to be honest.
I thought Paxton was really cute in season 1, but, like, season 2, he looked tired.
He went through the pandemic, too. We're all just feeling it.
So true. And also, like, side note, can TV stop referring to the pandemic? Like, every show, like, I'm watching Roswell. It's like one of my favorite shows. Like, the original Roswell is my favorite.
Okay, I remember looking up this first episode. I was like, what the fuck is this? Oh my God.
It's also in the 1990s, and I did watch it, like, early 2000s, whatever. But, they're like remade the Roswell series, and like they just launched season 3, and like they're like 1 year later after the pandemic, and like we don't need to refer to the pandemic.
I like it so much better when they like just pretend that didn't happen.
This is a pretend world. We don't need to bring the pandemic into every fucking show we watch.
They just do, because if they're like, think about how long ago it was filmed. It was probably still in the thick of it. Into the thick of it. So like they had like social distancing protocols. These actors probably have that like in their agreements to like keep them as safe as possible. So like probably just for like the sheer way of being able to film, they had to do it. And it just made more sense, because like imagine if they didn't mention the pandemic and they were like 6 feet apart and you're like, this is what's happening here.
So true.
But I get it. I just wish every storyline, because every storyline is just like everyone's going through like hardship, which like we're in real life going through this. We would like a getaway
myself to sleep.
We want a getaway of like a really cool story. I don't care, like travel around the world for all I care. It's like that's just like what you want while you're sitting at home not being able to do it yourself.
Yeah, it's like you're fighting off aliens. We don't need to talk about the pandemic. Come on now. But yeah, what do you have any other ones?
Have you been watching the
I just saw I just saw your screen, and no.
The new Gossip Girl, really?
I have tried to watch the first episode 3 times, and I've only ever made it to 20 minutes in.
It's definitely weird, because like the old Gossip Girl was very like regal and like classic
and like
Jackie
acting.
O, just like Jackie. But this is HBO, because that was like CW. This is HBO, so HBO is a lot more raw. For anyone listening, Tony was just dabbed her forehead. It's like, hot.
We're at 40 degrees
Dude,
here.
Girl, drink.
And I'm like driving, so I'm like downing this White Claw, and I'm like, how am I gonna drive?
We'll just order dinner after.
It's okay.
What was I saying? Okay, yeah, like the old one was just like very classic. I think of it as like Jackie O, where like the new one is very like Gen Z, like social media. So it is like a little bit tiresome, but also I'm just like desperate for content now.
But isn't that good though? Because like I will give it a shot.
It's an interesting storyline, because you have like the main character.
You find out who Gossip Girl is right away. The teacher.
That's the one thing that I don't like, that you know who it is, but I like the angle of like why they're doing it, to like, because these kids are just like running rampant, like not giving a fuck about anything, where at least like the old ones, like they were sucking ass.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ. Honestly, wouldn't put it past them. It was a pretty raunchy. I don't know what's all your mom, girl,
but yeah, like they were always like up their teacher's ass because they really wanted to get into university.
Stop. Goody two shoes. And yeah, I watched like the first 5 minutes of this Gossip Girl, and this one girl's ripping that teacher apart, like, move, like, who do you think you are? I'm like,
know.
It's a little aggressive.
Well, like, the thing that also bothers me is like realizing most of the cast is supposed to be like in grade 12, but then there's a character that comes in who's grade 9.
Ew.
But she like does the same shit they
Jenny?
do. No, but not in the same way. She's not like, well, I guess she is technically the younger sister, but like really what it is the main character. Her dad and like her mom were together. They had her, and then the mom like ran away and like cheated on the dad, and then had a daughter with someone else.
Oh, okay.
And then the mom passed away. So then like these two girls have been living apart. They found each other on social media, and then they're like, that's where all this shit starts to implode.
Okay.
But then you find out the younger sister's like 14, and I'm just like, I'm sorry, it's like a Wednesday, and like you're throwing a party with a DJ, and like you've school the next day, and you're wearing like Net-a-Porter dresses. Like it's fucking annoying.
I don't think I drank at 14. I was just
like I don't think I drank till I was like 16, 17.
Yeah, me too.
And it was like gross, like peach liqueur because
like
I thought
Bacardi
it was cute.
coolers, the orange Bacardi coolers.
Yeah.
But okay, I'm gonna give it a shot. It's taped on my DVR.
Might as well.
Outer Banks season 2.
I've heard of it. For some reason, it just doesn't pique my interest.
John B. Be my boyfriend. I loved Outer Banks, and Outer Banks 2 is just like whole new level. It's so good. It is so good. I have like 2 episodes left, and I'm like obsessed. I'm like trying to savor it. I never save shows, and I only watch like 1 to 2 episodes a night.
So like, what's like the just 2-sentence premise? Like,
okay,
because for me, I'm like surfers.
Okay, back to season 1. So John B. Okay, so Outer Banks. Poppy.
That's my dog.
Someone's here. Okay, so Outer Banks.
Okay, Poppy.
Someone home?
No, she's just being a piece.
Oh, okay.
Poppy, hey. I'm gonna.
It's okay. Clap again?
Well, what makes it easier for me to see is when we go dead air, and then I clap because that's when I can tell that something happened. What are you sure saying?
Okay, so 2-sentence, season 1 of Outer Banks. Outer Banks is a city in America. I don't know what state, I can't remember. But it's like literally the swamp. And there is 2 sides of town, the rich and the poor. The poor people, damn it, that sounds weird. The peasants are called pogues, and they're just like kind of like outlandish. They like live off the land, like whatever. And so it's all about teenagers. And John B is the main character, and his dad died. This can sound a little crazy, but it's like not as frou-frou as it sounds, but he died trying to find treasure.
You lost me.
No.
I'm lost.
No. I know. It's like so bad, but like he's trying to find gold because like there's the whole town of Outer Banks. Like there's a story of how the town became to be and like whatever. And there's like supposed treasure map, and the whole town thought this guy was crazy. He was like, "There's no gold. Like this is so crazy." And so he dies, and his son kind of picks up on it, and it's literally fucking incredible. There's like murder, there's like boat chases, like it's so good. I highly recommend it. And season 2 is just like such better quality. It's so good.
Okay, I'll think about it.
Highly recommend.
Okay, if you watch Gossip Girl, I'll give Outer Banks a shot.
Deal. Like literal deal. Like I love it.
The only other 2 I'm going to say quickly, because we've talked about it before, but like Housewives of Beverly Hills and Below Deck, like just Hey You specials.
Hey You specials on their game. Beverly Hills is so good this year. Kathy Hilton's insane.
Kathy Hilton is actually the fucking best.
She's the best. She needs to be like main character next year. I just need to know more about her.
I don't think she'll do it. I think she'll always turn it down and be like, I'll show up when I feel like it.
It's so true. And when she does, it's perfect. Sutton and what is the new girl's name?
Crystal.
I loved Crystal. And then that whole trip happened, and where Sutton was just...
She took it a little far, but also Sutton is like fucking nuts. Like both of them are weird.
Sutton's weird, and it was a weird moment, but like, okay, so basically Sutton came in and to give Crystal her coat, and Crystal was like naked changing. She's like, oh my God. And Crystal's using the word violated. Like, you violated me. I don't feel safe. Like, it's a little extreme. You're on a girls' trip. Like, I'm sorry. Everyone sees their friends naked.
I think she's just very sensitive because she... like what I'm getting from like later episodes and like even like future previews on stuff, like they talk a lot about like racial issues and like her being like bullied and stuff like this growing up. So I think she's just very, very sensitive to stuff like that, which like I'm just like, please.
Like I agree, but to an extent, like the whole, like it's so good, but the whole season is about this, and I'm just like, can we?
They kind of dragged it out to a lot of episodes, but also like Sutton's just milking it because she just wants to be like the center of attention. Even like, are you fully caught up to like yesterday's episode?
Not yesterday's episode. I'm caught up where they're yelling at the barbecue or whatever. They're yelling at the pasta.
Oh, you're a couple.
Oh, okay. Shoot, you can spoil it.
Well, I was just gonna say like, because like with the whole Erica Jane stuff coming out, like even when that's happening, like Sutton's like still trying to like somehow make it about her.
Okay.
Like something like happened as one of the new revelations like in the news. So then Sutton asks Dorit, hey, can you host something? I need to talk to everyone about something.
Yeah.
So then she gets everyone, excluding Erica, and she's like, I think Erica is like telling us too much information and putting us in like a really weird spot, essentially. And I was like, Sutton, who the fuck cares? Like, she's your friend. She's confiding in you.
Yeah, it's not like you're not in the legal case.
Exactly. So, but I think, and like, I get it. I kind of get where she's coming from.
Yeah.
But also, like, the fact that she had to be so ominous to be like, everyone come to Dorit's house. Like, I have something to talk about.
She didn't want to, like, have it unwritten.
Like, you can't, maybe, but like...
It's weird. No, Sutton's a weird bird, and, like, don't love her, but, like, kind of love her because she keeps things entertaining.
But what was weird to me is, like, she has a kid. I don't know if you've gotten to that episode yet, but I was like... You have a child?
Daughter, right?
Yeah, but like her daughter's like very like...
She talks about it before, but they've never shown her. Do they show her?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And then like Lisa was like, oh, like she should come hang out with not Delilah. What's the other one's name?
Amelia.
She's like, yeah, Amelia and her should hang out. And Sutton's like, no, because her daughter's like normal.
Right.
Like she's like 18 or 19, but she acts like she's like 15. Like she's like not all there, in my opinion.
Oh, got it. Interesting. I love Lisa, star of the show. I know she's controversial and she does some fucked up shit, but she is just, her and Harry Hamlin and the whole Scott and Amelia thing is just like so funny.
I know. I really like Lisa, but she really stirs the pot on a lot of shit. Like she kind of did something fucked up in yesterday's episode, and I don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay, don't ruin it for me, because she is infuriating most of the time, but she's very entertaining.
She's the one that kind of keeps shit going, though.
She's
so
the
like it's
reason
got to be someone, she knows that it's her. Mm-hmm. She knows to get her paycheck. She is a hustler. I mean, she's done like diaper commercials. She does not care to do like, or she's happy to do whatever for $1.
Oh yeah, she carries the show on her back. But really good. Okay, the last one, I have a couple more, but I'm just gonna say one. I'm gonna say two more. 90 Day Fiance. Do you watch it?
Okay, yes, but it's so out of line. Like I just, the way the episodes come out get really confusing to me for some reason.
So it's really confusing. So right now it's on 90 Days Happily Ever After. So it's like the people that have already married or whatever. It's literally amazing. It's done. The season's done. I just watched the finale. I'm waiting for the like reunion to come. Highly recommend if you need some drama in your life. Like these people are insane. Like I'm yelling at the TV, but it's really confusing because they do like a sneak peek of the episode, and then they do the episode, and then they do a pillow talk episode, which is like
I hate the pillow talk.
I don't watch the pillow talk either because I'm like, why am I watching this episode like 3 times? But highly recommend it. It was such a good season. Like I just need to know if Michael and Angela like ever get together. It's Michael's
is that
like
the one from
in Africa.
Okay, I was gonna say I saw that she lost a ton of weight.
She lost like okay, so she went. Oh my god, the whole season is about how he's in Nigeria, I believe, and she's in the States, and she wants to get weight loss surgery, and he's like not about it. He was like, why would you change he was like basically the only thing I love you is like your boobs are so big. And she's like, I'm gonna get weight loss surgery and I'm gonna like I'm gonna have a breast reduction. And he was like, absolutely not. Like you don't change your body. Like I love big boobs and I'm scared or whatever. So she like does it. And it was like a huge fight. They like broke up a couple times. They're like still together, but I'm so excited for the reunion.
That whole thing is weird to me. The fact that she was like asking her daughter for like eggs because she like promised Michael's mom that like she would give him an heir and stuff like that.
She's in deep. Like they're never going to be together. Michael is 32. She is 56. He should just go and find a nice Nigerian woman who will give him kids, and like you need someone younger. If your whole purpose in life is to have a family, you can't marry a nearly 60-year-old. Like it's just not it.
Dude, same thing. What's the one where she goes to India, the older one?
Oh yeah,
and like that's always the issue with these really like conservative countries where they're like, oh, but like there needs to be children, but the women are like 60 plus and like very slim chances of getting pregnant. Yeah.
That's it. The other one is The Challenge. It just started. It's amazing. It's my absolute favorite show. It's like you know The Real World. How like 8 strangers would come in the house, whatever. So that was like a big thing. And then they did a spin-off called The Challenge. So people from the real world would come and compete for $1 million.
Like and old people from the real world?
Yeah, like everyone from the Real World franchise. Like it was basically just the real world people. And they would compete for $1 million, and it was like drama filled and like action packed because they do challenges every week. And now it's like kind of like the MTV Netflix universe. Like people from Too Hot to Handle come on, and Big Brother, and it's just like it's a goddamn so amazing. This season is so well edited. It's called Spies, Lies, and Allies. And because every year there's a different theme of like who your partner is and like who you're versing. It's just like incredible. And I'm just like so happy. I don't
like it when shows like that do themes. Like, you don't watch Big Brother Canada, do you?
I do, yeah.
I haven't watched it in a few years, but they always make these really fucking cringy ones. But did you watch the one where it was like like medieval themed,
Yes.
and I was like, the intro, like me and Steve were sitting down to watch it. He's like, I'm not doing this.
No, I know.
Just the poem that she was doing in the end. He's like, I'm not fucking doing this. Thank you, Poppy. I know you agree.
She agrees. But yeah, anyway, I can go on forever for TV shows. This is all I watch.
Yeah, we need to move on. Okay, movies.
I have 0. I don't watch movies right now. Like, I'm not in a movie. You know, you have like a movie or I'm in a TV show kick.
That's true. Well, like every Friday we always have we meet up with Steve's parents and his brother, and then we always watch like the newest thing that's come out, because stuff always comes out on Friday. So I'll like quickly run through Black Widow. I know you don't watch anything in the MCU universe. I
do, but I just haven't seen that one.
But I just I find it really intriguing that she's suing Disney, and probably by the time that this comes out, there'll probably be like next steps from it. But it's just very interesting, and I'm just like, it's sad because it had to happen to her. And so there's this whole like feminist movement like behind it as well, where they're like, oh my God, if it was a man, they wouldn't have done that. Like if it was like any of the other movies starring the men, like it wouldn't have played out this way.
It's rough. Wonder Woman is in that realm, right?
That went direct to streaming. No, issue.
That world, like you said, I don't watch.
No. That's the DC world.
Because I just watched those and they're so good.
Because the difference between the two of them is that with Black Widow, it came out on streaming and in theaters, and she's only getting paid based off of box office numbers. So she's like, what the fuck? Like, you put it on streaming, which like Disney loves, because that's pure profit to them. Because with the theaters, they have to, have a revenue share sort of thing. So I'm behind her. I get it.
No, Team ScarJo. That's literally insane. It's contractually in her contract, like that they would only go to theaters.
Well, the thing is though, is like, even like I was talking to Steve about, he's like, I'm surprised that she didn't put that in her contract. I'm like, that movie was probably contracted and filmed before COVID even happened, because it was supposed to come out in like June 2020, I'm pretty sure. So like it's way behind. So like, how would they have even thought that was going to be a thing? Like no one ever could have predicted that was going to happen.
I know, but I want to watch it. So,
but now like I think a bunch of people are going to be putting that in their contracts. Like all the existing ones, they're probably going to have such an uphill battle. But 100%. Any new ones, like their agents are going to be like, no.
All over it.
Yeah.
Sorry, I actually did watch one movie. I went to the movie theater for the first time since COVID.
Okay, that was actually going to be like one of my questions.
Oh, sorry.
I know you keep like looking at my laptop.
No, I didn't
spoil the goodness.
I literally can't read it. It's so blurry. So I can go at the end then. Sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, like, I haven't been to the movie theater since like pre-COVID. Actually, since like pre-Poppy. So like January 2020, because I just couldn't leave her for that long. But like, did you feel safe going?
I felt safe. It was great. I took Noah. It was an Auntie and Noah day, and we went to Space Jam. I spent $50 there. I don't know if they whatever, but like he wanted the collectible cup. Like, okay, I bought him a collectible cup. Like, whatever. It was really expensive. I forgot like how much of a dent it makes in your wallet just to go for one movie. Space Jam, underwhelmed.
So bad. Really bad. It was like so...
It wasn't... Okay, yeah.
So much sponsorship.
And I didn't laugh out loud once. Like, it was like amusing, but I wanted it to be kind of funny.
Well, the thing is, though, is like if you look back on like the original Space Jam, if you watch it now as an adult, it's also not laugh out loud. It's like you really just like...
Just
as
watch
a kid, and it's nostalgia. But like, did Noah find it good? Did he laugh?
He loved it.
I think it's just meant for like younger kids.
Him too, like, because he wasn't really laughing, but he was like smiling. So I was like, okay, I think you like it. And at the end, he's like, oh yeah, I love it. He was like, I'm really tired of the first Space Jam because I watch it every day. So now I'm gonna watch this one every day. I'm like, okay, you loved it.
All right. I just like I said, too much sponsorship. Like when he lands in like the cartoon world, and instead of like making like a circle in the ground, makes a Nike symbol. I was like, I know. Fucking come on. Like, I know. Especially in a world where we are so surrounded by brands and like social media influencers, it's like this should be the safe space for us. Like there's a good way to do it, but this was just too much.
Well, I bet him being an athlete, maybe he has some contractual obligation to promote some brands. Like maybe he is like the Nike ambassador or something. Who knows? Probably a stretch, but
that's
okay. Sorry, I actually didn't read your screen, so I didn't see that note.
Okay, that's good. But like, was it like spaced out? Like,
there was literally 5 people there.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, like the only thing that like scares me is just like the recycled air, like in a room. Like as long as there's not a lot of people, it's fine. But like think about like if it was like, let's say Black Widow was only in theaters, like that's a huge movie that a lot of people are going to see, and you're like stacked right next to each other. That would make me like apprehensive.
Well,
even though
I've been on an airplane, but you have to like book your seats in advance, and then they space it out like it's like 3 gaps in between or whatever. Okay. So yeah, it's not that bad.
I'll accept it. well, I can't really talk about it with you, but like Kissing Booth 3, underwhelming.
I'm seeing all over TikTok. It's horrible.
Really fucking
I'm
bad.
gonna watch it tomorrow
I was
night.
so excited for it. Like, as cringy
Me
of the
too.
movie as it is, I was really looking forward to it.
We have both seen the first and second one a couple of times.
Yeah,
Like, we
I
rewatched
literally
it.
watched the first and second one like a month ago
feel
in
good.
preparation, and I was like, this was so predictable, underwhelming. I'm sorry. You need to watch it so we can talk about it in a future one. But I was like,
Okay, literally next episode we can talk about it. I
okay, thank you.
promise.
Okay. I'll just leave it at that for movies for you.
Cool.
What's the next one?
I have bathroom stuff. Is that yours too?
We can do bathroom stuff. You go first.
Or do you want food and kitchen? Doesn't matter.
I literally wrote nothing down. I only have one in my little noggin, so you go first.
Okay, so for food and kitchen?
Yeah.
Okay. My air fryer.
Oh.
Okay, so we
Hands
haven't
down.
spoken. Like, I got an air fryer when we were on the hiatus. Actually, it was my Christmas gift to myself. Obsessed. My current favorite is like air fried chickpeas. I make meatballs in there. But the secret weapon is your leftover pizza. Put that in the air fryer, fucking crisp it right up, and it's like, whoa, did it just come out of Pizza Hut? I don't know. I never eat it from Pizza Hut, but it's the first pizza place that I could think of. So good.
Interesting. Well, no, 100%. I love air fryers. I love making fried chicken, buffalo cauliflower.
Yes.
French
Fried
fries are just like if you just get like frozen
So
curly fries,
good.
pop them in there. Perfect.
I know. Also on the appliance is my George Foreman grill.
I hate that thing.
Okay, well, I don't have a barbecue, so it's been my life.
Even before I had a barbecue, I hated it.
Really? It gets the job done. Why are you upset
I
about
just
it?
don't think I like barbecued stuff that much.
Oh my god, I eat barbecue stuff like when I'm...
Like, what do you make on it? What's like your go-to?
Okay, asparagus, so good. Zucchini, amazing.
Oven.
Burgers.
Burgers, yeah.
Yeah, have you ever freaking I've baked a burger before and it was like the grossest thing?
You can actually air fry a burger.
Sausages. Ooh. Yeah, no, I love the grill. I love grill marks on everything. I just like love a grilled moment. So living for it.
No, air fryers are fantastic. I will concur.
But the George Foreman. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. This is like really funny. Okay, so I have two more. I mean, like, are we talking about food too, right? Okay, so I have two more. So
And they're both food?
I bought a magnetic whiteboard for my fridge.
Okay.
Sounds weird, but it has been a godsend
No,
for
you
meal
get to put
plan.
notes on there.
For notes, but like I meal plan like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner and my snacks of like what I'm gonna eat, and then like you're gonna drink a gallon of water, and like I put it there, and it's just like I look at it every day and I'm like, okay, I know what I'm having for dinner. I don't have to freak out. I don't have to think about ordering in because I know that I'm gonna have turkey burger over spinach salad.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I love that. I
Highly
would totally
recommend.
do that, but Steve won't let me put anything on the fridge.
Oh, too bad, because then I also have like a corner that says like buy, and then I have my grocery list, and then I just snap a picture and I go to the grocery store.
In a perfect world, I would be able to do that, but he
You
likes
should just be
everything
single.
clean. Easy. Done.
He's gonna break up with
He's
you
gonna
after
be,
he
just
hears
because of the tanning machine.
So then you can have your own fridge with your own magnet.
He's probably. I'm just so curious to know if he's actually gonna see it.
Don't say anything.
No, I won't.
I'll just tag
You
him.
think I'm saying
no,
anything?
I'm tagging him. Just kidding. No, we won't say anything. We'll just see if he brings it up.
Yeah.
It's so funny. But you go, and then I'll go with my last one
Well,
because
the
it's
only thing I was
food.
gonna say is because like I just feel so gross.
Right.
It's just been so hot lately, and I've been so busy with work that my go-to meal has literally just been microwaved hot dogs.
Microwave?
Yeah.
That's gross.
You know it's the same if you boil it.
But do you have to put it in water or something, or do you just like...
Pop it in there
Pop
for
it in.
30 seconds and it's
No,
done.
I don't boil. I barbecue. I love a hot dog. Like, oh my god, like I could eat that.
Okay, what do you
every
put
day.
on it though?
Okay, okay, wait. There's two scenarios. At home, I actually don't even have a bun. I just like I barbecue two and I dip it in ketchup.
Okay.
But if it's 3 a.m. downtown, different story. I go to a hot dog vendor. I get the bun.
Yeah.
I get the hot dog. I get caramelized onions, ketchup, and a little bit of cheddar cheese.
Yummy. That sounded so genuine. No, that actually sounds really good.
What's
I'm like,
your hot dog
yummy.
order?
Literally just ketchup and mustard.
Yeah.
I like a good like chili cheese dog once in a while, but like at home,
I've
just
never
like
had that.
The secret is you open the bun, you
Okay.
put ketchup down first, then you put the hot dog
Yes.
on, then you smother it in ketchup and mustard.
Oh, interesting.
Just a little doot of mustard.
This
mostly
might be
ketchup.
weird, but I don't like mustard on my hot dog, but I love mustard on my hamburger.
I've literally just been opening up to mustard in the past couple of years, and like it's really good.
It's really good. Dijon mustard fucks too. Like,
And
I mean,
honey mustard.
it slaps. That was so aggressive.
Sucking acid.
I'm a slut for some mustard. But okay, my food right now is corn.
Like corn on the cob?
No, yeah. Corn on the... Okay, so in my George Foreman grill. Or the barbecue, depending on my parents' house or whatever. I'm like grilling the corn, and then you cut it up. Mm-hmm. Like you just slice that motherfucker to make it just... Like you take it off the cob.
Why are you making it on the cob? Just get fucking canned corn.
No, because it's gotta have it grilled. You can't have it, like murky corn water. Like, no. You grill the corn, then you take it off the cob, and then you make this amazing grilled salad. I've been just like playing around with it, adding new things every night. Like I literally eat corn like 3 times a week. But they're like black beans, a little bit of like spinach, red onions, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of avocado. Like amazing. So corn, endless opportunities.
Corn is good.
So good.
Like Steve's obsessed with it too. Like he'll literally make like, I came down once for lunch. He was like, hey, are you done your calls? Like come downstairs. And I'm like, okay. Literally just 2 pieces of corn on the cob on the table for my lunch. And I was like, I need more than this.
We're going to need a little bit of protein, but that's a side.
You know what's gross though? When I was younger, it's not gross. I would actually still probably do it if I could. Instead of like, normally people will put butter on their corn. I used to put cream cheese on my corn.
No, that's isn't it like the Mexican style, or like they put their cheese on it? What's that Mexican cheese that's so good? Fresh. You're supposed to finish it for me.
I don't know where you were going with it.
The Mexican cheese. It's like starts with an F. Wait, I gotta look it up.
With an F. Tex-Mex.
Mexican cheese.
Free shavacadoo.
It's an F. Oh my god, 10 common cheese. Like no, this thing. Oh, not queso. Shoot. Okay. Darn. Ruined my day.
Moving on.
Like hardcore moving on. Like does not matter. But I love putting taco seasoning on my corn as well. So good. So good.
Smart. Ooh, so cream cheese with the taco seasoning. Oh.
Wait.
So good.
Are we going to have corn for dinner?
I have 4 in the fridge.
I also have 4 in the fridge.
I literally it was 4 pieces of corn for $2.
I'm having corn, rice, and chicken for dinner. I already have its meal planned out.
Corn rice?
No, just corn and then rice. Oh. But I do love putting... No, oh my god, you know what I made? Sorry, side note. I made the best rice yesterday. It's rice, and then I cook it in chicken broth, and then I put frozen peas in and spinach, and then I put these like Indian spices in. So good. I
literally did that the other night with beef stock with rice. Yeah, it was so good.
I only do chicken stock. I'm like gonna faint from hunger, so like let's move on. I can't talk about food anymore.
Okay, bathroom stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like some kind of like influencer just like listing my items because they're kind of typical. But like the Olaplex bonding oil, have you ever used it?
My friend brought it glamping and I used it for the first time.
So worth it.
Mm-hmm.
I use like a bumble to bumble one when I'm blow drying my hair, but then when I start like curling it, I use this, and like it's very little, like, and it's like $40 for a little tiny bottle, but like so good for your hair.
Okay, I think I want to buy into the Olaplex.
I normally fucking hate buying Olaplex stuff. Like I think it's just such a small bottle. It's really overhyped, but like it works. But I'm like I refuse to pay and get my hair addicted to this crack. For how expensive it is, because I have so much hair. You have a lot of hair. Like
so much hair.
Their bottles are like the size of this can. Like they're so small.
I know. So I do want to buy into it. I think it's exciting. I tried the one that's like yellow. It's like a yellow oil. I don't know. It's like a see-through bottle.
Bonding oil.
Oh yeah, that is. Okay, cool. My first thing is, so I used to always have Glossier as my eyebrow stuff, and I've just like, you've texted me a million times, be like, I'm doing an order. Do you want anything? And I'm like, I'll look into it, and I just like never do. And I like bought this like dupe at Maybelline. It was the freaking worst. Like it was just disgusting. So then I went back to Anastasia Beverly Hills, the brow with like you use the brush and stuff. Obsessed. I'm back in it. I'm loving it.
They make good brow stuff too.
It's a little dark. Like I'm not used to just like I'm the first time I did it, I dipped my brush and I forgot how pigmented it is, and I like wiped on my brow and it was like so fucking brown, and I was in a meeting.
Was it like the like boy brow dupe? Or?
No, it's like in the pot.
Oh, the pomade?
The pomade.
Oh, pomade is good.
So then I did it, and then I like didn't really look. I was like, oh, that's kind of dark, whatever. And then I get on a Zoom call, and it's like, and so every so often, if you're watching me in video, I was like going like this, like just like when I wasn't talking, to like wipe it off, and it was like so dark, and oh my god, it was rough. But I'm there now. I think I've got the best formula.
Oh, there's nothing better than finding a good brow, because then like you don't need anything else sometimes in a day. Just brow mascara, and you're good to go.
So good. So good.
My next one, I've had it for a minute, but like it's been my lifesaver, my Dyson hairdryer. It's like
not worth the money.
Not the curling set, but the blow dryer.
Yeah.
Very much worth the money.
I have too much hair for it. It takes like 2 hours if I want to actually look like a blowout. My Revlon does the job better.
No, the key is like when you wash your hair, do you blow dry right away?
No.
Like you air dry it.
Yeah.
Use a microfiber towel, like, you know, that like it's called like a twisty towel where you can put the thing, but make sure it's microfiber, because that's the thing that's gonna like really do it. Because I wait like 3 hours and then I do it. You do like a quick overall and then you do section. You do sections, right?
Oh, of course. I do like 8 sections.
But like it's much more powerful than a regular hair dry, and it protects your hair a lot more.
I do like the hair drying thing. Like I don't think it's worth it for the $800 for the thing, but
$500. It's still a lot. Don't get me wrong. It's not $800.
No, it's like. No, it's
$4.99.
Really?
Yes, you're thinking about the curling set.
So sorry, that's what my mom has.
Yeah.
And that's what I use. I'm like, it's not worth it.
Oh no, the hair dryer on the curling set sucks dick.
Sorry, that's what I'm saying. Like, don't buy the $800 curling set. Like, if you're gonna like the hair dryer is amazing. It is good.
No, the hair dryer is like so worth it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good.
I mean, to be fair, I had bought it for my mom and then I just got it later. So like, I didn't have to really spend any money.
But that's fine.
No, but it's like fantastic, because the thing is, it's so powerful. You can literally straighten your hair with it.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is good. It's good. It just takes a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, this is like a random bathroom thing, but like, okay, so a couple years ago, I got last year, not a couple years ago, I got this like bathroom speaker that like suction cups to the wall from FabFitFun, and then I like lost the charger, and then I just like refound it when I like moved. Just like so much more, because like fun. I always put music on but on my phone and I can't really hear it, but then I like the Bluetooth speaker, just like premium shower experience. I'm in there like way longer now because I'm like shaving my legs, listening to my podcast. Is it the one where
you can take like phone calls on it too?
Yes, I can take phone calls on it, so it's like really great. Not that I would ever talk to someone while I'm in the shower, like a little invasive, but just like really loving it. There's
been this thing on TikTok going around that I was kind of like, oh, like that's cool, but then it made me like actually kind of scared to get it. It's like a plastic thing that you can literally put your phone into and you can watch videos, and I'm like, that scares me, because although like Apple has evolved to show you a light when your camera is on, like I couldn't imagine being in the shower and just someone having a full front row view.
So my first thought was like, I need that, and then my second thought was, how attached am I that I need to watch TV in the shower? Like that should be my disconnect time, listening to music or a podcast. Like I don't need to watch a screen while washing my hair. Like that actually freaked me out when I saw it. I was like, the fact that I immediately thought, oh my god, I need that, and then I'm like, absolutely not.
Why do I need that?
No, yeah, totally.
The only thing I was going to say is hyaluronic acid. If you ain't on that, you're missing out.
What do you do with it?
Hyaluronic acid is just like not Glossier, The Ordinary.
Oh yeah.
It's just like hyaluronic acid can, I believe, hold its weight 1,000 times in water. So like when you get out of the shower, like if you have really dry skin and you put it on while your skin is like still kind of wet from being in the shower, it like literally holds in that moisture. And then you let it kind of like dry a little bit, then you put moisturizer on. Literally, it's like saved me. And like especially when I'm putting makeup on under my eyes where I get really dry, I put that on by itself and it goes on like super smooth.
Oh, okay,
and it's literally $13 for a bottle.
The Ordinary is amazing.
It's just kind of confusing.
I go in there, I'm like, can someone please tell me what to buy?
I literally only know this fact because of my friend Jen. I'm like, literally, I would not have known otherwise. And like even on their website, they don't make it like clear to be like this is what it does. This is for stupid people. This is what it does.
My friend Bailey is like the Ordinary dictionary for me. I'm like, Bailey, what do I do?
Yeah.
But yeah, really good. Okay, I have like 2 random ones. My first one is just like a little update about my night guard. The pain.
Really?
I've been texting you.
Well, if I wasn't responding, then we're not ready yet.
It's okay. It's like the perfect time and a break.
Just leave.
Hello.
Okay, let's start.
You should listen to this episode too.
Uh-oh.
Go.
Okay, just like 2 quick last things. A little update on my night guard. At first, it was like really painful for a full week that I thought something was wrong and like my teeth were gonna fall out because it was like suctioned to my teeth. My TMJ is not gone, but it's like lockjaw. Like I don't know if you can hear that. That probably looks so weird. But like every time I open my mouth, it clicks. And like when I eat something, it just like my jaw just really hurts. I can't really eat anything chewy. It hurts, whatever. The night guard's really helping.
I'm so glad.
Really great. Hopefully I don't need, because like if this doesn't get better, I need to get adult braces. So I'm really trying not to do that.
Oh, fuck.
I know.
Could you always do one of those,
Invisalign.
like, Smile Direct Club or something like that?
I can do Invisalign, yeah.
It's like your teeth are, like, pretty straight. Like,
Pretty straight.
they are straight.
They're straight. Okay. Yeah, but my jaw's like fucked. Like it's not aligned. But anyway, I think this is helping. And then my last one, nails, kind of bathroom stuff. But like I haven't gotten my nails done since COVID started, and I did it for the first time like 2 weeks ago. 2 months ago, and I've done it twice since, and I just feel like very dainty girl. Like I love having my nails done, and now I can't stop. So
I miss like when we had that little brief interruption last year. I think I had them off for like 3. The worst part was taking them off myself.
Oh yeah. Oh no, I don't have fake nails. These are my real nails.
I know.
And just like so nice.
It's good to get a nice little girl time.
So fun.
I do that all the time. I do pedicure. I do nails. I do lashes. Now I'm going tanning.
That's exciting.
Steve calls them lady lies.
Lies.
Lady lies. So like there was like a time where like he'd be like, you don't need all those lady lies, and I'm like, no, I do need them.
Yeah.
So he was like, be all natural, and I was like, okay.
They
so
say that, and then we're all natural. They're like, can you put yourself together a little bit?
yeah.
But yeah, no, love it. I like fake nails too, but I get like tired of them really quickly, so I never do them because it's just a waste of money for me. But yeah, that's my bathroom stuff.
I don't have anything else.
Okay, well, I'll just like cut mine down, but let me just do like a couple miscellaneous things to end us off. So random things. Melatonin and chamomile tea.
Oh, melatonin's the shit.
You turn me on
Did
to
you do
it.
the gummies?
I got the gummies.
Oh, I'm not turning you on to
Yeah,
it?
you're the one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're the one. Who did that? Melatonin. Anyway, I'm super anxiety, can't fall asleep, and melatonin is like really helping me. My next dabble is going to be CBD because my anxiety is becoming so like just so horrible that I'm like I can't function, like I can't turn my brain off. So I'm going to do day CBD gummies. I'm an influencer. I've got a code, so I'm going to try it. So I'm very excited. And then lastly, my Apple Watch.
You got an Apple Watch.
I got an Apple Watch a couple months ago because I got commission from one of the deals that I did. And I'm like, I'm going to treat myself. And then I was like, oh my God, that's like $650 or something. It was insane. But I'm so worth it. Like,
They're really good.
Because when I got my Fitbit, I loved it to track it. But I'm like insane because now I like challenge all my friends with like workout competitions and stuff. So I'm obsessed.
Are you left-handed?
I'm left-handed.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
So I was going to say, like, no, most people, if you're right-handed, you put it on this one so then you can...
Yeah, I'm left-handed with writing and eating, obviously. But sports, I'm right-handed. So I'll golf right. I'll baseball right. You know, all the other sports that I don't do.
Multidextrous?
Nope.
Is that the word?
Yeah, ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous is when you can, like, write with both hands, but I cannot do that.
Got it.
But yeah, I mean, last one, maybe I'll throw in a book, you know? Okay. Because, like, I'm trying to, like, lessen my screen time of every screen. I'm just, like, on every screen. So after dinner, I, like, go outside, and I'm, like, in my little egg chair, and I read a book, and I finish Luckiest Girl Alive. So good. Mila Kunis is actually filming the movie right now in Toronto. She was there when I was there. I tried to see her, but I couldn't see her. But it's so good. Hit her up. It's really good. Highly recommend. And I'm currently reading People We Are on Vacation. Also, amazing romance novel.
I've been into like autobiographies actually a lot lately, and I listen to them on Audible. So like Lala Kent from Vanderpump Rules.
Oh yeah, is it good?
Very interesting because she talks about when her dad passed away, like that whole thing, how she met Randall. And like how everyone thought she was like a gold digger, I was actually very interested to know, and she spilled all the tea on that.
I'll read it. And
I read Erica Jane's, which was obviously before all of this stuff happened. Her story is actually very interesting as well. Jessica Simpson.
So good.
What's his name? Noah.
The talk show host.
Yes. Trevor Noah. And who else is? Claudia Oshry, Girl with No Job.
Claudia
so I blasted through a lot of them, actually.
Really good. Claudia Oshry, I loved it. It was actually really relatable.
It was kind of short for me in comparison to the other ones. The other ones were like, in Audible time, it was like 8-9 hours, but hers was like 3-4 hours.
Yeah, it was snackable, but I also, if you're looking for autobiographies...
She's also young, so like she doesn't have that much
She's
life
like younger
to
than
have
us,
lived.
which is insane. But how many scandals has she been?
Yeah.
But Mindy Kaling has 2 great books.
Oh, I should
so
do. I just got a new credit from Audible.
Okay, perfect.
Audible. I listen to it while I do my hair.
Oh, nice. Fun.
And when I'm driving to see you to do this podcast.
Yes, I listen to my podcast on the way here too. But that is it for all of our
Yep, that's all the favorites.
All the things.
All of the things. And I mean, our favorite podcast is this podcast.
Where you can listen to on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, the Castbox, and
The
Google
what?
Play.
Castbox?
I don't know. There's other things that we're on.
The main ones are Spotify and Apple. Like, if
And
you
YouTube.
listen on one of those other ones, just don't.
I would love your life story.
Yeah.
But yeah, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to us on the podcast shit, and follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
I think I did that. That's why you always close the show, because that was not right.
Follow us on Instagram at We Apologize Podcast, on our personal accounts, Alex_French with 2 X's and 2 H's.
Tony Rose Goulden. That's it. And until next week.
Until next week, and we're so stoked because we can finally go turn the air conditioner on and stand in front of a fan.
So exciting.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye.